There's nothing quite like traveling on a train. I should be able to move about freely in the train, as long as I keep away from Professor Lucien. The other guests don't know me, and conductors change several times during the journey. A new face shouldn't seem suspicious to anyone.
Young man?
Yes, sir?
Tell me, when did they switch to self-service on the Orient Express? Should they not have informed the passengers about that in advance?
Forgive me, sir. I was...
And what about my bag? Did your colleague find it?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know.
I expected as much. There will be consequences. And now, bring me my coffee.
Of course, sir. Asshole. Beer, wine, the richest snob. Huh, a dish with... Even pigs get to drink from the finest porcelain. Locked. A small portable... I won't be able to use a thin, short metal rod that can be extended. Something like that might come in handy. If I mess with the doctor, I might blow my cover. So I'll have to grin and bear it and serve our esteemed passenger his coffee. There's still some coffee left. A cup of coffee for the gentleman.
Do you know what the problem with people like you is?
You mean our lack of a sense of duty, or our skin color, or a lack of respect for our elders? We have so many flaws. Locked. Some people would need a drink, but not me. I want a clear head if I'm going to get this envelope onto the safe. I think Professor Lucien... The elderly woman's carer can't keep her hands still. Can I bring you ladies anything? Is everything satisfactory?
Everything is wonderful, young man.
Very good. Got it. The old lady didn't get... she seems... The safe that... But I can... Looks like a toolbox. Ugh. It's secured with a heavy padlock. The safe is guarded by my old friend, the Bobby from London. Even he would be curious to see a conductor in the freight car. The ventilation shaft supplies the freight car with fresh air. It also seems... I'd say I've... The cover has 2 hinges on the back. It's possible to open it, but the 2 screws on the front hold it closed. I can't see anything but the rear of... That won't do. If I have to, that should do it. That did the trick. The cover has 2 hinges on the back, but the 2 I can't... That won't do. The cover has 2 hinges on the back. It's possible to open it, but the 2 screws on the front hold it closed. Can't see anything but the rear of the car through the slots. That won't do. What I really need is a view of the front. I'd better deliver the letter. Too much to pen. The cover, but the 2... My ticket? Some blank pen. I can't... That won't do. can't... That won't do.
Hey, my pistol!
You'll get it back in Venice. Frightening me like that. I could have fallen under the wheels.
I thought you were a ghost.
Ghosts don't exist.
They do too. One just flew past my window.
Be off with you.
Oh, man.
Ah, I can use these.
Phew, that was close. Okay. Let's see. It fits! Huh. A lot of odds and ends. A hairnet, batteries, a half-pack of cigarettes, an unused toothbrush. The bartender probably has to... So... Here we go. A small shaving mirror. Okay, the candy is so sticky that it should hold the mirror without any trouble. Haha, as I expect. There's the guard. The safe is directly beneath the ventilation shaft. I could shimmy down the shaft and hit him on the head from behind. Uh-oh.
Are you okay, Robert?
Nothing to report, sir.
At ease?
Any suspicious passengers come aboard in Zurich, sir?
Not really. It could be anyone and no one. But we've received support from the Swiss...
Oh?
That limits my option. I don't think I'll be able to slip into the carriage unseen after all. Oh. How do I get you up? The safe... I could use the moments of confusion and darkness to toss the... The cover has two hinges on the back. But the two screws on the front hold it closed. He left the lock open. Let's see. A wrench? You don't say. This is too easy. I could unscrew the screws, but I should only open the cover inside the tunnel. What was that?
Sir! Must have fallen out.
Put that on the floor.
Yes, sir.
That was close. If the second screw makes that much noise, it's over for me. The cover has two hinges, but the two screws on the front hold it closed. No way. If the second nut also hits the floor, Legrand will know that my only option will be to jump from the train. Legrand has retired. Legrand, is that what this is about? Does Inch just want to... The cover, but the two... They should have been able to open the door with pliers. I assume Inch is no idea how he expects to pull that off. Even after months of partnership, he still doesn't trust me completely. Obviously, they managed to open the door. I wonder who, or did he connect it to the burglary in London? Huh. Is this a Stradivarius, or something like that? If it is, maybe I should take it with me during the blackout. With any luck, I'm gonna be a happy family man soon, and I'll need a few francs, lira, or marks. The violinist was already on the train in Zurich. She loves... some maps. Climbing over the I can't imagine. I bet he... won't work. There's a lock at the bottom of the window. Maybe... The big map shows the different routes the Orient Express took in the course. It's large. Some of the photos. He seems to be worried about something. If he's a... Self-control. There are enough... We're still in the Swiss Alps. We should reach the Italian border in half an hour. The younger woman seems to be some kind of carer. I wouldn't like to be with her all day long. She radiates... No, I don't need anything else. I'll tie the magnet to the string. Done.
All right. We should...
What? The light's gone out.
Flashlights!
Ah! Get off me!
There, sir. An envelope.
My dear Nico, you should take a closer look at the box. R.
What the dickens? It's a...
Away with it! Take cover!
What's the meaning of this? What do you want here?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I didn't ask how you were. I asked why you spoke to me in public.
What was the point of the bomb?
Isn't that obvious? I wanted to dispose of Legrand as spectacularly as possible.
You almost disposed of me as well.
Did I not tell you to deliver the letter and leave immediately?
People could have died.
But of course, that was the point of the bomb.
I don't want to hurt anyone. You know that.
And you know that I don't care what you want. Obey my orders and nothing will happen to you, and you'll soon be a rich man.
I won't blindly obey orders anymore. I want to know what the plan is.
You know as much as you need to know. We will steal the second eye in Cairo before the eyes of the theft of the first. But this... It's about more than that. It's about performing on the greatest stage of all. About the end of a legend. You'll see when it's time for you to see. Until then, just do as I say.
And what if I just... You knew who you were dealing with the whole time.
I don't have time for your hypocrisy. You always knew who you were dealing with. If, for your peace of mind, you have to pretend to be innocent in this situation, so be it. But we both know that you begged me to let you in on the heist, and in this business one must get one's hands dirty.
But...
James! James! Where on earth are you?
During the trip, we'll keep a low profile and steer clear of Legrand.
I lost the ticket and the fake passport.
I swear, if my arm were still good enough to climb, I'd have disposed of you long ago. Ah, well, I'd prefer that no one see you while you're on board. Smuggle yourself on board and stay under cover until Cairo.
Okay.
And no more games. Nothing that Legrand, the police, or anyone else could do to you compares to what I will do to you if you don't follow my plan.
James! There you are. Is the inspector to carry my luggage onto the ship all by himself?
He thinks he knows me. He thinks I'm stupid and weak. I have him right where I want him. Here's a young thief who'll show an old-timer how it's done. Even if it means a bit of solitary confinement. I hope the dock works, or at least... I'm lying on a pile of clothes. No, I don't... This trunk is... Feels like metal. I think it's the... There are You probably have to... Okay, where's the screwdriver? Knife. There's the screwdriver. So, if I just turn this... Aha! Oh, you're kidding me! Two metal pipes. The stuff over there doesn't look like it was recently loaded. Probably part of the ship's... Seems to be a strap for holding something on the shelf above the trunk. Unfortunately, I can't reach the clasp. It's fastened... The ship may be... Tools and spare... The ship may be... There might be something in that box that could help me escape from the trunk. Of course, it would be more helpful if it weren't out of my reach. Tools and... There might be... Of course, it would be more helpful. The ship may be showing its age. Tools and spare... Oh, Brit! Hopefully the The pipe rolled up again. I can't reach it. How's that supposed to work? Not a chance. Ta-da! My best chance. Steady as a rock. Oh, great. Okay, I'll tie him up, and I...
I can't imagine that he'd just leave.
Yeah, and without saying goodbye either.
No need to be frightened, young lady.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you.
This is hardly the time or the place. What happened on the train?
Nothing bad. Everyone is fine.
Inch is dangerous. I warned you.
I know. That's why we're being careful. And you have a smart and handsome young thief at your side.
And humble, too.
Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
What have I done to deserve luck like this? Inch bothers me. He's shown what he's capable of. What if he finds out about our plan?
How would he? We're careful.
He's more ruthless than we expected. The bomb on the train. I don't want to think about it.
We need to make sure that we stay calm.
You mean that I stay calm?
I'm not worried about you. I know you.
Shall we go over the plan one more time?
Good idea. We know that Inch hid the first eye in the Baroness's luggage.
I'll break into her cabin and replace the eye with a fake.
Right. We'll steal the second eye in Cairo.
And Inch will be caught in the act.
It's simple.
The devil is in the detail. I have to get into the Baroness's cabin undetected, then find the secret hiding place, and
Yes.
one step at a time. I think I'll assess the situation first.
And I think I'll make myself comfortable for a little while.
So this is how married life will be.
Works for me.
Everything went according to plan in London?
Except for the explosion, yes. The Bobby was right on time.
Because he had a good tip-off.
I had enough time to take the eye, but unfortunately there was no time to replace it with...
Where is it? A work of art. Almost as beautiful as the original.
I can't tell the difference.
Inch could. But if all goes to plan, he won't have a chance to take a closer look at the jewel until after the burglary at the Egyptian Museum. Speaking of Inch, I saw him talking to you in Venice. What was it about?
He was angry because his attack...
How did you...
As a...
Poor... Will Legrand cause any...
Everything...
This...
He doesn't trust me.
I'll go...
I can think of something else to do.
I can't.
I'm sure I could help you if...
Stand aside.
If you told me what you're looking for.
You're just getting in my way. Now get out.
I'll wait at the door, madam.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Miss...
Mayers.
Can I help?
No. Oh, that was close. Practicality was definitely placed ahead of design here. And two handsome sailors are standing at the table and studying a marine map. Good thing they're busy. I can have a look around without being disturbed. A classic. The thief enters through the ventilation shaft. Can it really be that easy? No, it can't. No idea what kind of flag this is. But the pole, it's about 80 centimeters long and looks quite stable. Yes. All the first, but... Bull, curling, shuffleboard, all the same to me. I'm not interested in any of that now. This should be the entrance to the cargo hold.
Bravo! Bravissimo! Fantastico! Ha ha!
Would it be okay for you if I get some fresh air up on deck?
Of course, my dear. Give my regards to the sea.
Wooden salad tongs, just small enough to carry around unseen. A wonderful concert, wasn't it?
I wouldn't have expected you to be a connoisseur of classical music.
Because I'm American?
Because you're young. And
Are you easily prejudiced at your age?
in my long experience, there's often a core of truth at the center of every...
Prejudice is the reason of fools.
Was that written in the book you once read?
Oh, I've read many books. Good.
But not my books, you mean to say?
You're a writer?
Mm-hmm. What can I do?
Mares. You know, I'm not planning on throwing myself at a man.
I'm glad to hear it. You have to work. Earn your own money.
Oh, I will. My grades are excellent, and I really want to study acting in New York.
None of my books has ever been made into a good film. The stories were twisted.
I want to do theater and travel. I speak 3 languages.
That would be 3 more than most people your age can speak. Do what you have to do. But stay away from bad men.
Is this your first trip on the Lydia?
That's quite enough. Life is too short for conversations like this. I do wish that rather delightful Swiss policeman had come along.
I heard you had an interesting trip on...
It was thrilling. I'm hoping for an encore.
Mr. Kreutzer possesses impressive technique, don't you think?
He certainly does. His numerous playmates in Austria can tell you more about it than I.
You mean Mr. Kreutzer is a womanizer?
I'm not talking about cheap skirts. I'm talking about expensive clothes. A man like him needs funds to support his lifestyle. Just go over to him, my dear. Tell the maestro that your family is wealthy. You have everything he's looking for. Money and a pretty face.
Hold your tongue. Mr. Kreutzer, Lady Westmacott, please.
Or did you have your eye on me, Mr. Kreutzer? Old, yes, but rich.
Jezebel. Mr. Kreutzer, Maestro.
That's better. Freeloader.
and Mr. Kreutzer, you seem to know each other.
Not really. But I know his type. Parasites who cling to the rich and famous and suck them dry. The young, misunderstood painter. The innovative writer who writes books that no one wants to read. The musical talent that has to be supported. The ladies and gentlemen of high society let the others use them and call themselves patrons. Another word for fool.
Didn't you finance archaeological excavations in the Near East and Egypt?
For my husband, and I was there myself. I catalogued items for him, and I didn't show him off like a trophy at cocktail parties, but my son was one of them, the worst kind. The kind that sucks not only the money, but also the life right out of a person.
May I take my leave?
You may.
Lovely big towel. I hope tomorrow I'll have a chance to sunbathe and enjoy the rest of the trip. A deck chair, but I have to... A handsome man and a talent... Hello, Mr. Kreutzer.
Do you want to have a go at me, like the old witch?
I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to tell you...
Really?
Then...
No, she didn't. That cynical old witch enjoys exposing the weaknesses of others, although we all have them. She as well. She lusts for recognition and acts as though it weren't so disgraceful. She rejects prizes and awards with snide remarks, but she's angry when others receive them. She needs to know that she's better than others.
You seem to know her quite well.
I've only met her once or twice, but I know her son and some of her friends. One friend of hers supported me for a long time. No one is brave enough to say it to her face, but everyone hates her.
Her or her success? You're so talented. Why aren't you performing on the world's great stages?
Fate, perhaps. Or bad luck. My parents opened every door for me and my sister and expected corresponding careers.
Overambitious parents who force their children to play music?
No, it wasn't like that. I loved it. I loved to play the violin. They didn't have to force me. I wanted to do it on my own. I thought I would achieve my goals if only I worked hard enough. But it was not to be.
What happened?
In a more dramatic story, I'd say that I broke my hand just before my big break, or that I was rejected because of my nationality or my name, or I practiced like mad. I got the right can you imagine to be just to see
How terrible.
for every star I didn't if I could
The next best life.
mansion though
The lady called you a freeloader.
an ugly word, but I move a carefree life.
But
It's empty. My life is just a shell, a show, and everyone knows it. I loved something once, and I burned for it. But now, the violin is just an accessory for practicing my real profession.
And your family?
How could I ever look them in the eyes? A failed violinist who gave up.
What does the future hold for you?
Isn't it obvious? My hands are starting to shake from alcohol. What will be left once I lose my good looks? I'll have nothing then. And so I'll put an end to it all.
You can't say things like that.
With my father's pistol. I always have it with me. It's gone! Fate won't even grant me a quick death.
Don't you think you can still make it?
No. It's too late now. The real question is, did I give up too quickly back then?
I don't know.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye, Mr. Kreutzer. I don't want to leave him alone with his dark thoughts, but I don't have time to care for him either. I don't want to... He's sweating profusely, but I hope the... He's sweating. I hope... Inch is intelligent and ruthless. He's not a... I'm afraid... The only regular judge... Several journals and magazines, Ah, this looks pretty interesting. Ah, there's something about the exhibition. Unique masterpieces, exhibited for the first time together in their home country. Tireless efforts of Baroness von Trebitz.
Come in. How can I help you, young lady?
Are you the ship's doctor?
You
see, that's what I thought. Because you've got a uniform and...
Well spotted, young...
What are the other passengers like?
Listen, young lady, today is my first day, and it is going...
You do seem a little...
You're right.
But maybe I'll come back later. No time for reading. We briefly discussed whether we should... the lack of escape. The good doctor seems to... Very fine, but the winter guard... Maybe one of only... No time for... No time for reading. He has the enviable talent of being able to sleep anywhere, anytime. He once fell asleep on a cable car and only woke up after he'd already gone up the mountain and back down again. We booked this cab. Of course, the fact that it's a first-class cabin with a huge bathroom and shower had nothing to do with it. As soon as I've swapped the jewels, I'll treat myself to a hot shower, and then we'll see how the evening progresses. Normally I don't carry so many things. I got this necklace from my father. It's supposed to remind me that money isn't the most important thing in life. If all you've got is this penny, as well as family and friends, then you're a very rich girl, he said. I'll take it with me. It'll bring me luck. I always try to... If my things are ever searched, they won't reveal my true... I don't like wearing hats, but they do fit the role. And I have to admit that the day in London when we... Okay then. I am Patricia May. I am Patricia Mayers. It happened pretty fast between us. It was magic when we first met. Birds of a feather flock together, and he can be very charming. Daddy wasn't at all amused when I brought him home, mind, but I don't think he'd have been satisfied with anyone. The poster proudly announces the ship's first Atlantic crossing. The silhouette of New York looks. Inch is watching the door. Even if I lure Inch away, I couldn't enter the cabin without the Baroness noticing something. I have to find another way into the cabin. The lady is not a fan of shallow conversation. I shouldn't talk to her. He's sweating profusely. Burst capillaries and a sweet odour. I hope the crew doesn't take the captain for a role model, and that they stay sober for the rest of the trip. If someone leaves the bridge, I'll pretend to be stargazing, and if that doesn't work... All the first-class cabins have their own ventilation. The shaft might be my best point of entry, but unfortunately... The penny fits perfectly into the screw slot, but my fingers aren't strong enough to turn the screw. No, there's no gap to put. Sounds like a plan. No, there's no... No, I can't... That's it. I can jam the penny in and make an improvised screwdriver. All the first part... Right. That's it. I just hope that this is the right shaft. I'm not squeamish, but if there's a rat waiting for me, I'll call the whole thing off.
Ah, Jakob Aust. I finally got you. I'll have them arrest you and justice will be done.
Can I be of assistance, madam?
Yes, you can get out of the way.
Shall I tidy up, madam?
No! It's time to celebrate.
Excellent. The coast is clear. I'd prefer to lock the door, but it's important. I must hurry. It seems like she was searching. Yak, we got our hundreds of black. The Baroness wrote. Impressive. Napkins. What's that? Aha. This could be a memory. I'm going to. Well, Nefertiti was. I'd put money on the eye. I don't think. The door is locked. Gin. I wonder what a suitable the Baronet. Corkscrew. I'm sure. I'm here to steal. Luckily, I don't have to go through inches. The mannequin could probably. As a child, when I got. Not even a. He was in. I had my. It's the only way to distinguish an original from a fake. I don't care. A perspective. That was close. Maybe it was a steward, whoever. What on earth is going on here? I don't like that. But even if that I can't.